It is more of the same. It is almost it almost sort of takes off where the last one ends. It's about a year, it's about a year after the first one. The war has ended. Second World War has ended. We're into 1946, and part of the post-war sort of settlement between all these nations is that Finland gave up to a proportion of its territory to the Soviet Union as it was then. And the place where Sisu lived, the man who is known as, we think of as Sisu, that's not his name, that's his sort of attitude.
Yeah.
Sisu is a state of mind, an attitude. But where he lived with his family before the war and before sort of horrors overtook them, is in the Russian zone. So this throughout the stories, you see him with his a huge former army truck, vast thing, with his passport, and he's going into the Soviet Union to get some things that he wants to recover.
Yeah.
His whole land, his house, everything is there.
Yeah.
And because he is notorious, because of his activities during the war, he was this formidable fighting force, a
one man army.
Yes, and as soon as he goes into that, his name is like recognized and it's triggered, and there is a response, and they're determined that this time they're going to get him.
I love it.
And I would only say, big mistake.
I love it. I love it. Oh my god! I feel like the plot is just so knowingly. You know what we're doing. Come along for the
what's going to
ride.
happen.
It's constructed in the same way the first one, like different chapters, like chapter 1, home, chapter 2, the road, chapter 3, mayhem, or whatever. That's not the real titles, but it's that sort of thing.
And they say chapter 2, the other road, or something profound.
And the person they send after him is his former nemesis, played by Stephen Lang, who was a Russian sort of commander who is himself imprisoned in Siberia, but they drag him out of his imprisonment because he was convicted of war crimes. They've dragged him out of imprisonment to say, right, you go get him. And then I can only describe it as bloody mayhem. And as in, it was very bloody.
I absolutely love it.
Intended. And yes, it's absolutely insane what goes on. And the man he got his name to embody Sisu is he's indestructible. He goes through so much punishment, and yet he's filled with Sisu, this rage, determination, indomitability that nothing's going to stop him, and nothing does. He's defies description. And
does it have a John Wick-esque characteristic?
He does. I mean, he takes a lot of punishment. There's one bit where you see him he's captured, and anyone else would be like, oh, and your is not for him, it's for the ones who capture him.
The thing about this film, because this is a finished film, or these two are finished films, and I feel like it's kind of like the filmmaker went like, okay, we never got to make 80s movies in Finland, so I'm going to do it now. So everything I hear about this is like it's an 80s movie all over again. Unashamed action, unashamed, just sort of like we're just going to shoot stuff up, blow stuff up. It doesn't make sense. And if you're going to be the person standing there taking notes going, oh, but actually, I don't think that would happen. That's where the door is.
Yeah. Could you do that with an army truck with that load on it? Could you actually jump over? And there's some, he does a bit of like MacGyvering as well. So he's got seconds to work out how to foil this sort of deadly attack, and he does it every time with like a sort of a match and a fish hook and a bit of wood or something. He can,
and a bit of cheese,
and he can dismember, just by looking at them, people's heads just fly off. It is what it is. You can't really compare it to anything other than it's just this gloriously mad, crazy town visited to the screen. So it is, but you can't help but just revel in it because it is just completely. It's almost like joyful in its insanity.
Yes.
I mean, that we find out why he's filled with this rage, why he has this sisu. and you find out, um, you know, you get a glimpse into his psyche, but it's just nuts. It's gory, it's violent, it's bloody and like gore and craziness. But
Yeah.
I just found it such fun. I really did. I just, yeah, I just thought, to me, it was just put your feet up, sit back, enjoy the ride, and don't try to think of the science of it. Um,
Science? What science?
yeah,
Where we're going, we don't
you get
need
that missile to
science.
do that. Yeah, that one thing. But there's some great scenes there. There's a certain scene where he's fleeing from basically the whole Russian army at one point, there are these two Russian guards on the border guards, and you hear this sort of explosions and gunfire, and you sort of see these sort of billowing sort of bursts of fire in the distance, and then sort of like he emerges, and it's just this classic.
Yeah,
The
classic,
80s
classic,
madness.
classic. Cool guys don't look at explosions. Okay, never mind. You guys may have not seen that. Anyway, so how many stars would you give this?
Again, I would give it a 4 because I think it's just entertaining at its heart. And I think you just can't argue with that. It's not for everyone. I wouldn't
Yeah,
say, because it is gory, it's graphic, it's just brutal. But it is just, to me, it was just pure entertainment.
escapist action. I remember
Yeah.
loving that as a kid. So, all right, cool. So that is 4 stars for Sisu Road to Revenge.